Hello everyone and welcome back to Infinity Data Academy. I am Archie Garg, one of the instructor here at the academy, and today I am going to introduce you to my company. So Infinity Data Academy is a data science institution जिसका purpose है to help different students unlock their full data potential and revolutionize their career by driving their curiosity, innovation, and shared passion for data science. So how did we start? A while back, we analyzed different courses offered by different institutions in the field of data science. So what we noticed in all of them was, and what was the common theme on them, that different student who went through those courses, while they had good theoretical knowledge, but many of them lacked the practical exposure and real world use cases when it came to applying their knowledge. So with that in mind, we also decided to launch our own course with sole focus on helping students unlock their full potential and helping them with all these real world use cases. So today I'm just going to take you through the our social media presence and also our website and how you can benefit from our company. So how did we start? So basically, starting May, we started to build our presence on various social media channels. So we are there on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and we have our own website as well. So we are active on each of these channels. And if you wish to connect with us, you can reach out to us through any of them. So let me just take you through one of our channels. So that this is the page you see is our uh, YouTube channel. So इसमें क्या है, basically if you can see, we have been uploading continuously different videos related to becoming a data scientist, about the Infinity Data Academy, or about the data analysis or data uh, science. So basically, if you want to keep yourself updated through different in different domains of data, so you can follow us over here. And this is, as you can see, YouTube is open source and it is easy to learn information through YouTube. And also, if you are interested, we have our own playlist that is have that showcase, like, that teaches you complete Python and SQL from very beginner level to intermediate level. So if you are somebody who is interested to learn these two languages but always thought like how to start and kaise kare, so you can check out our videos over here, and they are very comprehensive and they tell you how to start start love coding and how to start from very basics and move your way to the intermediate level. And if you wish to, after checking out videos, if you wish to obviously know more about no learning with us, then you can come to our website or get in connect with our team as well. Next up, we have also our LinkedIn channel. If you search for Infinite Data Academy, and so you'll see through this channel, you can subscribe to it. And what you can see here is we are very active on this channel. हर कुछ कुछ दिनों में we are posting uh, something related to the current happening or something that is related to latest industry uh, जो भी ट्रेंडिंग पार्ट चल रहा है about that. So every time you open LinkedIn, instead of checking out that okay, this has happened, this has happened, if you follow certain good channels, you can make that part of your upskilling and process as well. So you can learn while as well as scrolling the social media. So let's see. So this was our latest article on cloud migration. Like that was there, and it also, other than that, if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us directly through LinkedIn messages also. So as you can see, we have been very active. We have posting continuously from uh, last 6 months over here. So, and you can see different posts related to AI and AI, data science, and LLMs related to uh, over here. So you can see there is another article which is good, which was about the rise of AI in the civil services prelims, and there are many more such articles over here, right? Other than that, finally, I bring to you to our website. So this is our website over here, Infinity Data Academy. So you can check out our courses, our curriculum, what are the tools that we cover. So as you can see here, we covers each latest tool that are there in the industry, specifically Python, R, which are big part of the data science. Other than that, we cover Power BI, SQL, then different visualization techniques, and also different deep learning techniques that we cover in our uh, as part of our curriculum. Other than that, we have one of the courses that is soon going to be launched, that is data science with Python and R, and level is going to be very beginner, and it is going to have all the live classes. So unlike many courses which just provide you one TA, and you have to go through your classes on your own, and then you have problem solving sessions. So this is a step up from that, like you will have all the classes live. जो भी आपके डाउट्स होंगे और जो भी आपकी क्वेरीज होगी, you can ask them to your instructor in real time, and you can connect with them even after uh, at this specific dedicated time. So you will have your own mentor, your own live classes instructor, and after that you are also going to receive a completion certificate for the course. Now, feature that makes sense, keeps us apart from other courses is we have the expert instructor that are there from all the different types of industry who have actually worked on real world projects, and also we are also going to have different master class from other industry experts in between uh, the course, so that to keep you updated on different trends that are going on in this industry. Then of course you are going to work on real world case studies, so we have our own set of real world case studies that you can work on. But other than that, if अगर आपके mind में or let's say आपकी company में, if there is some scenario where you think data science can be applied, you can reach out to us and our team, and we will of course help you to uh, create some benefit or value out of that particular use case. And then we are going to have our own community of learners जो collaborate करेंगे and help you learn together. And other than that, we there will be career guidance. You are going to have a dedicated mentor to assigned to you, who is going to help you in everything, like from your resume building to networking opportunity, and help you grow professionally throughout the course of this uh, journey of your course, and also afterwards to help you crack different interviews and help you land dream job of your dreams, right? So this was like majorly about the Infinity Data Academy that could think. If you are interested, do come to our website and check out the different offerings that we have. And also, if you wish to get in touch with our team, you can uh, either go to enroll now, or you can have this chat option also. So this is directly linked to a WhatsApp chat that you can connect to, or you can directly call us on our numbers. And other than that, one interesting facet in our website is our latest blog. So you can see we have different blogs as well that we publish over here. So that are related to latest trends in the industry. As you can see, Unwilling Kalunga 12B. So this is like one of the, sorry about that. So yeah, okay. And then we have the from data to decision, then unleashing the power of machine learning, and uh, such various other such articles. So if you are interested, do come check out our website. And if you want to get in touch with our team, we will be very happy to detain your queries over the last couple of months. So हमारे पास जितनी भी related queries आई है और जितने भी interest आए हैं from different student, we have reached out to each of them individually and understand their requirements, and basically understand how we can help them achieve great potential, their full potential. So, if you are somebody who is looking to develop your career in the field of data science, so I say Infinity Data Academy is definitely at get-go. But other than that, if you just want to get in touch with our team, do reach out to us. We will do our best, very best to help you uh, in your journey. Hello everyone and welcome back to Infinity Data Academy. I'm Archie Garg, your instructor for today's session. And आज के सेशन में हम बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग केस स्टडी करने वाले हैं. So gear up. And before we start this case study, let me give you a brief intro about it. So we are going to be discussing about Cricket World Cup T20 2024. इस साल जो T20 क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप हुआ, and if you are a cricket fan, you might know the result and what happened in that World Cup. Like India was the winner, and we are going to do a analysis of that cricket world cup, all its matches and different types of uh, deliveries and everything related to it. So and we are going to be doing it all using Python, starting from doing some descriptive and analysis and then moving to visualization. So gear up for that. And before we start, let me show you the data first. So Cricket World Cup का जो data है, so we got these two data files. Since ये बहुत ही छोटी data files है, so I can show you directly in Excel also, like what this two files contain, give you a bit more familiarity with this data set. So first we have the matches file. So what this matches file has is, this basically contains all details of all the matches that happen in this. So as you can see here, this the year that is had close to 50 matches approximately, right? And we had different match type. We had group match, semi-final, and the final. And these are the different teams: Team One, Team Two. Then the date where when this match happened. Then the venue, city, who won the toss, and what was the decision they made after it. Then player of match. Basically, at the end of the match, which player received this award, player of match, and then different umpires and reserve umpire, even the match referee, final winner and winner runs and these two what these two columns P and Q are basically if a team is batting first and then the second team is batting second. So if second team wins the match and they win by like by certain wickets, like whatever number of wickets are left, when they then they win that match by those many numbers. In this case, Team 2, that is United States, won the match by second wicket, 7 wickets because they were. And in this case, like when the winner runs is given 125, that means the first team, yeah, that is Afghanistan. So Afghanistan won the match by 100. Whatever they scored, let's say they scored around 150 runs. Then the second team, Uganda, was bowled out for. This is just a basic overview of this file. And then we have the second file. What is the basic? It contains all the information related to delivery of the match. So पहले we have the match ID, season, and the obviously the start date and venue. Then we have the ball by ball detail of each team. So you can see here. So there are basically two innings in a match, inning one and inning two, and then we have over by over, six balls by over balls of that match. And obviously if if some no ball or white ball or any such ball has been bowled in that over, then that particular over is going to have more than six delivery. So you can see here, so all this information is captured in file. We have batting team, bowling team, and then we have the who was the striker, who was the non-striker, and who was the bowler. All these details captured in this file, and how many runs were scored on that delivery, if any extra runs, any wide or no balls were bowled on that delivery. And we have also उस डिलीवरी में अगर आप बॉल हुए या कॉट हुए, so all this information has been captured in this file. So let's start with the case study now. So I am using Jupyter Notebook over here. So Jupyter Notebook is all you interface that is in which you can run your Python code. and it is like very helpful in running the code, self-SL, and visualizing your. And many data scientists prefer it to no do a POC of their project start in it. So this is the Jupyter notebook in which I am going to be the analysis of this project. And in case you are not familiar with Python, I would suggest that go and check out our uh, previous Python classes. You can come over here at our YouTube page, and this is Data Academy YouTube page. And इसके अंदर you can see we had entire playlist for Python as well as SQL. So I would suggest before diving deep into this case study, do go through your this Python Unleashed class edition, all the videos to make yourself familiar with the language. So it covers entire Python from basic to intermediate level. And once you have done that, or in case you are already familiar with Python, then I would suggest that you come to this case study and try to follow the steps side by side, or try to create your own different types of insights. And all right, so let's start with this. सबसे पहले you can see in the first cell I'm just doing a simple import of all the packages which are going to be needed in this particular case study. Have the users like pandas, numpy, then we have plotly for some of the visual, then we have the OS and matplotlib being used, right? Let's run this again. Like I have already done one single run of it one time, but I can run it again as we go through. So next हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are going to be reading these two files, basically the matches.csv file and the deliveries.csv, and store them in the respective data frames. For this, we are going to use the pandas uh, library. So pd.readcsv most used uh, function, I would say, of pandas, right? And let's say we are just going to see how many of rows of data we have. As you can see here, so this dot shape is one of the function of the data frame. It, you can see I have 52 status basic at 52 matches in the uh, entire T20 World Cup. And deliveries, you can see the deliveries. We have close to 11,000 deliveries that happen in all of these matches combined. So, पहले let's see how many. Let's do a very basic statistic stats analysis of this data that, right. So, पहले we are going to just check if there are how many number of unique data points are there. So matches.df is this the function and unique for the pandas. And if you can see here, season में there is just one unique value. हम CSV file में भी देखा था, that was 2, right? And then you can see team 1 and team 19. That means like 19 unique teams, they batted first. Then team 2 is the around 17 unique teams like batted second, right? There is possibility team 1 and team 2 क्या रहा that like one team never got the chance to bet second, and the like one team never got chance to bets like on the first in the first inning. That is entirely a possibility over. As you can see here, we had all these unique number of values for each of them. As you can see here, toss winner, we had 18 unique toss winners, but in this case we already know that there were more than 18 teams. कुछ टीमें रही हैं which never unfortunately won the toss, never. And toss decision is like it's always two, head or tails. Then we had total 43 unique player of matches award being given, and around like 16, 17, 20, all this like it makes up so interesting data uh, observations if you are interested, right? And uske baad let's see, can we can look at the total list of countries. उसके लिए बेसिकली व्हाट वी हैव डन हेयर इज मैचेस जो डीएफ है इसमें से हमने टीम 1 की एक लिस्ट ली, and then took another list from team 2. Then we basically did a set or merge them set and made a single team list. This is our total number of teams that played in, and जैसे कि हमने अभी ऊपर डिस्कस किया था, like there are possibility teams which never won the toss. So that there are total 20 unique teams that we have, and in 20 में से there were around these two teams, Canada and Papua New Guinea, and these two teams they never won a toss. That's just bad luck, but you can see here इसके लिए हमने क्या कोड यूज किया है. Just we got the like list of toss winners into a set, and then we basically subtracted team list में से वो toss winners को subtract किया and got the two teams which never got the like which never uh, won the toss in the entire. Just run the else of list. Uh, okay, if you can see here, this might be a bit confusing to you guys. So T1 and T2 is basically like team one list. Like team one is basically those teams who played the first inning, and this team two is basically all those teams who played the second inning. So if I'm doing T1 minus T2, that's basically how many teams are there played the first innings, and like unique team who always played the first innings, like they never got a chance to play in the second innings. These are the three teams जिन्होंने सिर्फ हमेशा like they always batted first in whatever match they played. And then there is T2 minus T1, that basically gives you one team. So this team New Zealand, it always batted in the second place, uh, batted second in all its matches. That is what this thing is. Yeah, but for your reference, always put a comment, and I ought to have put that here. And always put a comment that it's easier for your user to know or to understand like what is the relevance of this output, right? Same way जैसे हमने matches.df के साथ किया, we are just checking the same thing with the delivery df. So that is checking the number of unique values of each of the columns available in delivery df. You can see here we have the match id 52 unique, add 50 matches, season is obviously one, that is start date. So all these matches happen on 26 days, over a period of 26 days. No, over a period of like more than 26 days, but the matches happened on 26 unique days. And then they had like 9 unique value venues, and the innings is 4. uh, Innings 4 क्यों है, like we discussed, there are generally two innings, 1 and 2, but we will look further ki why there are 4 innings in this part, right? And then same thing like batting team, bowling team, we had 20 each, so that's the 20 that we had total. And you can see then we had total number of like these many striker, non-striker, bowler, and these many unique types of run. So run of bat is basically like there are 7 possible type of runs that happen. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the normal runs, and then in some special cases it happens that more than 6 runs are scored for a single delivery. We had different types of extra, novel, all this information being available. And what's interesting to note here is that there are two columns, other wicket type and other players dismissed. So basically, दोनों में we have no data available. So in such cases, if this data is not useful, you can also drop these columns from your data frame, right? Okay. And then we have noted down certain observations. This, so you can see here, I've written down some observation from as we went through it. Like we had total matches 6 days and 9 unique, and उसके अलावा we had total types of matches. For some group matches, then we had semi-final and then the final. Total these many deliveries bowled in 52 matches. So that is basically अगर एक मैच में कुछ नो बॉल एंड वाइड्स भी हो उसके अलावा भी there are maximum possible 140 deliveries are possible in each match. So considering two no balls and white balls that obviously happened, even after those around 90 per in all the matches at least 90% balls were bowled. That's just taking an average like 240 multiplied 52 and usko average किया हमने 11,000. Then we had this observation number 4, that is two teams जो हमने ऊपर देखा था, they did not win any match draw. And again the fifth observation that we had is this: three teams they always got the chance to bat first, and while one team New Zealand it always bowled first in all the matches and played in the second inning. So इससे हमें क्या पता चलता है? We had this observation, but is it's always good note down your observation or insights after a while into your like whatever uh, editor you are working on. It's always better to note down your observation or insights this way in this way, or you can add your own unique flavor to it, so that end user jo bhi hai, it's end user many times are non technical, so that they like, they won't understand like what is this data that we are seeing, so they will understand these observation only. It's easier for them to grasp ki what is the thing that we are trying to convey to them. And this way it's always better to tell your story to and give your insights to the final user who is going to be using or trying to generate some output from this, right? Okay, so similarly for your own idea, if you are further interested to do your own analysis, just written some ideas over here. So in basic stats say you can further try to analyze कौन सी team है which did not win a single game, type over here for that, and try to see कौन सी team है which did not win a single game, which game had only penalty delivery out of. So you saw that there were 7 runs off the bat. So there is a possible that there was a some penalty delivery over that. So you can try to see which match was it, whether it was single match or it was multiple match which had some sort of penalty delivery, right? So penalty delivery basically okay. So this is the one for penalty one. Okay, so one match had a one penalty delivery. Can see which match had that delivery and what was the case in that scenario, and so on. You're similar you can get many insights from a single बहुत ही ये छोटा data set है provided है, and still you can get multiple types of insights from this data. Now okay, so this done. Now let's just see, this is a simple function sample that shows you five random records from that particular data frame over here. So you can also use another methods, that is data df.head or df.tail to see the top 5 or bottom 5 uh, rows, but I always find it sometimes more useful to use this method, that is sample, because if we see the random data then there is more chance that we will be able to observe some type of anomaly, some type of interesting case in the data. But you can also, if you just want to get a sense of data, so you can just use your df.head or df.tail method. Same way, we want to see what is there in the delivery df and a sample. We are just going to see sample of the data set, right? And next we are going to do some data quality check on our data. इसमें क्या है? Let me just show you what we noticed while doing this data analysis. Match df में there is the match number. एक I see over here in the sample, there is a unique match number associated with each match, right? This match between. India and Afghanistan, it had the match number 43, right? And same way we have the match ID. हर एक मैच की एक particular ID है. And so earlier I thought that these are basically same, like match number and match ID are same. But once I looked at this delivery in both delivery DF and the matches DF, you can see that there is obviously some gap over here. Like delivery DF, there is a match ID 0, and isme there is obviously no over here. Furthermore, you can see these match numbers over here 53, 5, and यहाँ पे obviously there is no 55 in the delivery DF1. And also just check, there were supposed 52 matches, right? But we have IDs coming till 55 over here and over here 50. Obviously we cannot rely on these match ID match number, do a join between these two data, these two data frames, right? Basically अगर आपको ये डेटा फ्रेम को मर्ज करना है टू डू योर फर्दर एनालिसिस, इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू check both batting team, bowling team, and then merge these two data set as per your requirement. So always do some sort of sense check and quality check when you are doing this. And then we are doing further quality check. That is basically we are going to see that there is any null data available or not. You can see here this is the that is null, and then we are just doing sum to check if the null data available. You can see here these values are all filled in. There is no null values in these columns. उसके अलावा since wide, no balls, buys, leg buys, these are all the extras. Obviously, have no issue with the majority of them being null. And see here around like 11,400 there were null for these cases. 11,060. See over here around 408. 408 white balls were bowled in all these matches. That's an interesting, yeah, scenario. You can see. You can also do a average of it, like average एक मैच में कितने वाइड बॉल्स और नो बॉल्स बॉल की गई. Or you can also just do a comparative analysis which had the most number of extras being bowled and which match had the least number of extras being. Or you can do the comparison inning wise also, like first inning में there is a more probability of like no ball or wide balls being bowled, or it's the second inning which has more of these. There is like vast type of different types of analysis that you can do. Basically you have to be curious about data. That's the main thing about any data analysis that you do. You have to be curious. You don't assume anything about data. You have to be totally curious about data, want to see each and every facet of the data कि इसमें क्या है and what insight can we get from it. Same way हमने matches DF में भी we just checked कि how many nulls are present over here. So over here, like you can see, it will be like for our matches DF it would be good if we had no nulls available. But obviously there is one match जिसमें player of the match में की value हमारे पास नहीं है. Bad. And winner and wickets, I think these are fine because few matches have like winners by run and few matches have by wickets, and as you can see these are like distributed almost evenly, kind of 50-50 distribution. That's fine. And but what is interesting is दो matches के winner हमारे पास available, and that is not possible. No cricket, so there is like even if there's a high profile match, or if there are some cases in which there is a possibility कि match draw हो गया है, then we have further scenarios, like we have a scenario of super over being bowled to determine the winner. So let's see कि कौन से दो matches है जिसमें we do not have any winner data available. We are just checking it using this code over here. And see here there are matches. See here, uh, one match between Oman and Namibia and another match between Pakistan and USA. These matches they don't have any winner being declared. What happened in these two cases? Say, इसमें हमने क्या किया है in line, just checking the Oman and Namibia played. In that case, like we are just checking the different delivery data frame. You can see here there is one route shot normally, but we can also see there is inning 4. So inning 4 is basically जब आपके super over play किए गए. Each team, each team plays one super over each. So like so each of these super over are basically third and fourth inning. So that's why and whichever team scores the most run, so that team is going to win super over and obviously the final match. So as you can see here, हमारे पास match winner available नहीं है, but we do have the information related to the super over and the null. So we are going to use this data to see कि match का winner actually में. So let's see. There are few further notes and insights that I have written from all this data that we have seen. Basically, you can either read it out, and if you are interested to get this, you can also like reach out to our team and your own pursuit. And you can see here these are some of the insights and some of interesting tidbits that we have taken from this. Like overall wickets, एक match में around there were around 685 wickets were taken over these two matches. That gives us an average of 13 wickets per match. And you can see more white balls were compared to no balls. Got from over here from this number of cases. You can see here more number of white balls are there compared to the no, right. And you can see here जो हमने ऊपर ऑब्जर्व किया था that एक मैच है जिसमें there is a no player of match. Either वो मैच है उसका कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं होगा और there is a possibility that that match was washed out there was rain or some other natural forces at work that did not allow that match happen. And then there are these two matches जो हम डिस्कस किए जिसके कोई भी विनर नहीं है. So this could looks like a data quality issue. That is basically we have seen कि matches में super over हुआ है. And so basically we do have the super over information available. So we are going to use that information to put the winners for, right. Let's see how we are going to. So in this, so this is the methodology that we are going computing the missing match winner. So पहले we have to find the winners of the matches using sum of run. We are going to do super over में हर team sum like run score किए. We are going to sum those runs and then team इसके third and fourth inning, third or fourth either of the inning like which has the max run those innings. That's that team the winner of that match. And then we are going to add that winner name into our matches.tf data, right. So basically if you see this, so this is basically getting your third inning like whichever team played the third inning. So हमने group by करके and we are using summing these two columns. So basically bat से कितने run score किए गए as well as the extras कितने score किए, these two we are summing. And then same way we are summing the total run score by that particular in fourth inning. You can see here ये जो first print है उसका this is the output. And see here Namibia जो है Namibia and Oman they played one, they were the opponent in one of the matches. Namibia scored 21 runs plus the extras and Oman managed to 10 runs. Obviously Namibia was the winner in this case. And in the second match USA versus Pakistan, USA scored 7 plus 7, that is 18 runs, and Pakistan managed to score 7 plus 6, 13 runs. In the second case, we have USA as the winner. So we are going to impute these cases. For imputation, this is the uh, and done this again. As you can see here, have the winner for these. And now we are just going to check if the winner column is still null or not. So you can see here now there are no null in the winner. Okay, this imputation done. Now let's do some of descriptive statistics for matches and delivery. And let's see. So I'm going to use this function, that is describe method. बेसिकली जितनी भी आपकी न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज है और न्यूमेरिकल कॉलम्स है आपके फ्रेम में से रिलेटेड इट गिव्स यू all this basic statistical information, that is your count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value of that particular column, and also the 25, 50th and 75th percentile value of that. You can see here season is not as important because we have one value in season. Match number is also not important to us much. Winner or runs and winner wickets could be important. Like you can see here, the count is 25, 24, and then we have the basically you can see एक टीम मैक्सिमम 134 रन से जीती है कोई भी मैच एंड सेम दैट इज द विनर विकेट्स देयर हैव बीन मैचेस 10 wickets say that match has been won, and also we had some very close finish as well, like minimum is one, so there have been matches सिर्फ सिंगल रन से जीते और there have been matches टीम 2 wickets से जीती. This seems interesting. Same with the 25 50th percentile, like 75 percentile, uh 75% of cases the maximum number of runs that a team has won by is around 50, and this 75 percentile value is 8, which is quite high. That's interesting. Like generally it's a 5 6 and 8 is quite high for this, and it's interesting. And same way we can do the delivery df ka describe, so to get the descriptive statistic. Match id is not as important to us. Same with the season innings, not important. You can look at this, could be important, like runs of bat is definitely interesting. Maximum run that can be scored in in a like from the bat is 6, and minimum is obviously 0 dot ball. And then this is interesting, like the 50th and 75% of cases the like just one run was scored off the bat. Same with the extras, like बहुत ज़्यादा extras नहीं मैच में journal, because we have 14 or have 25 extras, that is also coming very high. We have 20 extras, so maximum runs किसी मैच में extras में गए हैं, that is 5. So you can see you can do your own uh, quite observation from all this information. That's so I have written down my own observation. Some of the information from this, like 25 matches were won by one or more number matches. Jabki 24 matches they have been won by two or more wickets. That is basically coming from this data, and around 75% ball had either zero or one run wins. That is obviously coming from this. And so bad thing, have the 75% of सिर्फ एक या जीरो रन हुआ है. And then few more interesting observation if you are interested, like max extras and leg buys जो भी single day 5 runs and buys have been 4 runs. So these are basically all the numerical fields जो भी हमारे data में available. That's some of the observation. I'm sure you can look at this data at your own and come up with more interesting insights into this data. And now we are going to do some visualization of this. So सबसे पहले we are just going to visualize the different types of matches that were played. So over here we are going to most shortly library for this. So this allows us to get interactive plots easy. And if you see over here, this is the only 3 types of matches have. Out of 52 matches, we had 49 group matches. Then obviously, then we had 2 semi-final and the 1 final match. Simple categorization of types of matches जो हुए थे. And then we have the this graph that gives you the most wins by team. Basically, कौन सी टीम है जिस ज़्यादा मैचेस? As you can see here, we have the two teams, that is India and South Africa, who won around 8 matches each. So that is quite obvious since they were both the finalists. Other than that, we had Africa, Afghanistan, and Australia, who won high number of matches, and the West Indies as well. So you can see here, like Australia and West Indies are still good, but what was the you are a cricket fan, you'll know that what was really exciting about this World Cup was the Afghanistan made it to semi-final, and that was the first for them. And also, United States of America, it managed to come from group stage in matches into the final eight, and so that was also very big achievement for a team playing the World Cup uh, for for the first time. And then we have then we have another visualization coming up. Then this is the win categorized by team and toss. So you can see here, these are the different teams, all 20 teams we have matches है, and same graph as above. So, ये जो graph है same thing as this, but over here is just different categorization क्या हुई है, that the whether the toss was won by that team or not, right? So as you can see here, Afghanistan ने it won 5 matches, 5 matches में the toss was won by other team 3 times, and the toss was won by Afghanistan 2 times. And if you look at the India won uh, the toss. Out of the 8 matches that it won, it got toss by in four, and so it's a 50-50 for them. And if we look at South Africa, so like out of the 8 matches that it won, it was the toss winner in the 3 cases, and the 5 matches the other team won. You can see here few teams that won the toss, as we in the as we saw in the data above, that is Canada, and then we had Scotland and then Sri Lanka. This is the insight that you get from this match. I have already discussed this. And then we have this another visualization, which basically we are seeing the runs scored by each team. So you can see here, India has the highest number of runs being scored, that is 1206 runs that were scored by the team. And then after that, we have South Africa and West Indies, which scored almost equal number of runs. Then we have these two, Afghanistan, obviously they are pretty betting line. Australia, which won which had the next best. Okay. And this one you can see surprisingly, next in line is USA, which had 900 runs. Why this is surprising is because USA not reached the semi-final, of course. Like the semi-finals were Afghanistan, I Australia, I and India and South Africa. तो ये चार टीम टॉप रन स्कोरर्स में देखने में obviously there is no surprise, but seeing USA over here is definitely uh, like good to see over here. Then we have same visualization we can do for the team which has taken the number of wickets. You can see here, over here we have South Africa at the top that took around 70 wickets, and then we had India second, the finalist. They are the most of these scenarios, and इसके बाद surprisingly Afghanistan, which has very good bowling lineup, they took third highest wickets at 64 wickets in all their matches combined, right? So these were the observation that we had from these graphs that we did. So like we can see the finalists and semi-finalists, they have the most number of runs and wickets overall. Other than that, we also have several good batting performance from other teams like USA and West Indies over there. And same for wicket, like obviously South Africa is the best number, but Afghanistan is obviously the third highest, which is a pretty good, which shows they had pretty good bowling, like wicket taking ability bowlers. Then let's see what visualization do we have next. It's the overall most economical team. So this basically shows you how many runs were scored per ball. Basically, we are taking the average of, like, taking the all the sum of runs and then taking the average of them for all the deliveries that ball that particular. So you can see here few of the teams they had very uh eh, not very good economy, like see the like they the highest with 1.5 league is. Then we have Afghanistan at 1.0, have India at 1.1, and then there's South Africa, slightly better one. Best one, I guess, the New Zealand with 0.89. It's pretty good. Uh, एंड सो सिमिलरली जैसे अभी तक हमने देखा मोस्ट रन्स को, मोस्ट विकेट टेकन, मोस्ट इकोनॉमिकल टीम, तो सेम वे में वी कैन ऑल्सो एनालाइज दैट मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ रन कंसीड किए हैं किस बॉलर्स ने, और which bowler have been most economical bowler. So all this we can do the delivery data frame that we have, or the delivery have the we have each of the balls details just pass striker, non striker, as well as the bowler details available has, which bowler took the most wicket, which bowler was the most economical, of which batsman hit the most number of boundaries. You can do all that analysis, that data. Obviously, like many people believe ki for doing any project or for any data analysis, you need like some thousands of or millions of data points and all that. But even using a small data set as small as this one, you can get a lot more insights and a lot more observation and a lot more visualization or complete data analysis project from a small and small data set. Because if you see the data set size is not very big compared to what is there for data science projects. So, uh, yes, it is a good data set. Despite being sold, you can see like very good insights being generated from this data. So let's look at the next visualization that we did. So this is basically your percentage distribution of runs by team. So what is percentage distribution? How many runs were scored in ones, two, threes, four, five, six, and seven. So you can see here. So in this one, we have just taken the top six teams, right? Because अगर पूरी 20 teams करते हैं, so might have been a bit smaller, but you can do all 20 teams as well if you are interested. And so this is basically, like you see, this is for Pakistan. They had around 23, around let's say approximately 24% of their runs being scored using the fours. So there is a boundary around 24% of run जो उनके हैं like they have been scored by four boundaries, and then around 20% by like hitting a six. And obviously you can see the ones contribute the most, that is around 40% of their boundaries. And then we have over here is England may use a bit more distribution, 6%. This is bit more evenly distributed compared to Pakistan, so they score any much more of their boundaries, like much more of their runs using boundaries. Like they have quite a bit, 32% of their runs being scored by fours. That's good. You can see over here. This is Australia. So Australia may, if you can see, they also have quite a bit of six and fours being scored, like 36% and 28%. So that's a good actually, and 25% of by singles. Here we have Ireland, Uganda, and Scotland. So these are just six randomly Joe uh, countries, and just did a analysis, comparative analysis, like how much of their runs were scored by singles or threes or fours or six. So you can do it for remaining rest of the teams as well, and get to see like which team are doing number of uh, scoring most number of boundaries or over compared to the over runs, and most number are lying more on singles, such type of analysis that you can do. So this is the basically notes that are taken from, uh, and you can see this. If you are interested, you can get this. If you are to get this notebook, you can connect with our team. Happy to share this with you for your own, uh, if you want to make your own changes or your own further analysis, further expand on this notebook. We're happy to help you out. So next up is something different. This is going to uh, this visualization is basically a bubble chart. So chart में basically we can show three types of. So this bubble chart, we have most runs by player for each team, correct team, and the players like which scored the most number of runs. So basically you have obviously the x and y axis. X and y axis के अलावा you can also use the size of the bubble to one kind of data, like to show another data point, type of data point, or you can also color the different types of bubbles together. So इसमें if you can see here, the color refers uh, to the team to which a particular player belongs, and this y-axis shows the balls played. That particular individual player, how many balls that particular player has played, and how many runs that player has. You can see here, this is the person so which has scored there. That is or the misspelling pronunciation. Amunda Gurbaz. So the player has scored 281. That's a quite good average, and with a good strike rate is around 120. So this player is at the top over here. And let's see who this player belong to. West Indies, Afghanistan. But as quite color are quite same for these two. I am not sure either of this team. Then we have this player again, scored quite a good numbers at 230. Have this person, there is some overlap. If you want, you can further zoom into the, sorry, you can further zoom into a particular portion of the this and see the individual cases. Like this player is the like scored 243 runs and played 180 balls. Player Q Cock, I think Cock, and this belongs to South Africa. So same way we can see which player like lies on which spectrum, and can get bit more detail. Have T had Travis Head, I guess. Butler, all these players are over here. Are on the higher spectrum, like the high number of runs. That's why they are over here. Some player over here, if you want, you can see their details. This like plotly allows you to all these data points easier to make out the information that you. All right. And this is just a note point for you if you do want to play around with this notebook. So you can like make this chart bit more readable by taking only the players from the semi-finalist team. Four semi-finalist team. You can take just player from four teams, then visualize this get bit more clarity. Otherwise, you can just zoom and just see, uh, or you can increase the chart size. So the code that we can uh, update the layout and increase the chart size, get bit bigger. Then next up, I think this is the one of the last visualization that we have is, so this is basically most boundaries hit and conceded by player. Most, this is basic. This chart is most pair of match awards. For that, you can take it as a homework. You can also एनालाइज कि किस प्लेयर ने सबसे ज़्यादा बाउंड्रीज हिट करी है और किस प्लेयर ने सबसे ज़्यादा बाउंड्रीज कंसीड करी है सेम वे जैसे ऊपर हमने डिस्कस अबाउट द प्लेयर्स और have taken the most wickets or which have given the most extras run bowlers. Same way you can do this analysis batters who have hit most boundaries, right? To give you some more interesting insight. So last one we have is the player of the match award. So player of the match award is the award given to one of the outstanding player of the match at the end of the match in the ceremony. So you can see over here these are the different players who got the player of the match award, and as many as 8 people you can see over here got the player of the match award twice. They continue got it too, and we already saw that he has scored quite a good number of runs but because of his got it 2 times. Crucial bowler in matches for have more players over, right? So from this you can see that like as many as 8 players got the player of the match award twice, and with total 43 unique players getting this award. And then again this is about the bubble chart, like you can do get further insight it by taking the strike rates, average strike rate, player scoring high runs, and uh, for your further playing around, so it's just a suggestion. If you want to play around further with this notebook, then the comparison of economy rate and wicket being taken by bowlers, most runs conceded, or you can also deep dive into individual matches. अभी तक ये entire data analysis जो हमने किया जैसे overall World Cup and different matches. But you can also go deeper into individual matches. Like take one example. Let's say final match ही आपने लिया India versus South Africa, and in that one you are just can do ball by ball analysis. You can do over by over comparison study and how each team fared in the power play, non-power play, and different overs, and how many runs were given in extras compared in the first and second innings. That type of analysis you can do, and that type of stats and parameters compare for individual team matches, gain further insights into it. And luckily you have all the delivery information in available: wicket fall check, milestone, and that is it for this case study that I wanted to discuss with you. So if you found this case study interesting, let us know. We are happy to have any positive or negative kind of feedback from you guys. And if you see more such case study being put up by us, so contact us. If there's any particular case study जो आपके mind में है that you want us to cover, do let us know either the comment or also via directly message or reaching out to our team. Try to cover that in one of our future video. For now, I hope you learned something from this, and do visit our website and YouTube page to know keep up to date with more upcoming plans and more case study that we'll be posting there. And I hope to see you all soon in the Thank you. Have a good day, all.